A very popular Arkham Menards driver goes to the Craftsman Truck Series, and Denny Hamlin's new crew chief speaks out. We'll talk about it next. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Professor Lars, and this is Hitting the Wall Racing. We're trying to get to our first subscriber goal of 200 subscribers. Yes, we're a small channel. I love NASCAR. I hope everybody out there that watches this loves NASCAR. So if you could, go subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 200. That's our first goal. Next goal will be 500. But right now, that is the goal of 200. So go like and subscribe. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing here. So we have Craftsman Truck Series news. One of the most popular drivers in Arkham Menards Series is going full-time racing in the Craftsman Truck Series. Toni Breidinger. She'll be moving over to that series with Tricongarage. She'll drive the number 5 Toyota Tundra. And Toni, as a driver in the Arkham Menards series, she was okay. So here's the last 5 years that she's raced in the Arkham Menards series. As you can see, 2024, she finished 4th in points. She had 11 top 10s, but she didn't manage a top 5 or a win in that year. She did have an average finish of 12th. Toni, she is a serviceable driver. Hopefully, Tricongarage can work with her and shape her into the driver that she needs to be. Now, where Toni is great for the sport is exposure. Toni is a model. She has contracts with Victoria's Secret. She just recently appeared in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. So she can get exposure. She has 2.5 million followers on Instagram. She can bring massive exposure to the sport. She can bring in money. She can bring in sponsorship. And Raising Canes is going to be one of her sponsors along with Celsius. So she can bring in sponsorship. But we've all kind of seen this before, haven't we? Hopefully they don't move her on too fast. Hopefully, they give her several seasons to figure out the trucks, at least 3. And I hope that they seriously do that, because the last female sensations that we've had, being Hailie Deegan and of course Danica Patrick, I feel had the talent to be something in the sport, but because they were such marketing attractions, they were moved up too quickly. Hailie Deegan, of course, was Xfinity Racing, left halfway through the year because of a disagreement with the team. The team and her, they weren't gelling. They weren't getting the results that they needed. They put Joey Logano in the car in Chicago and to see if it was the equipment or if it was the driver, and well, it kind of turned out to be the driver. Just moved up too fast, too much exposure, too much at once. And, you know, now she's going down in series and trying to build her way back up and get more experience. Of course, we all saw what happened with Danica. Great IndyCar driver, finished around 7th about every race, won a race in the IndyCar series. They moved her to Xfinity series, and she did okay there, but she was a marketing magnet, and they wanted that in NASCAR. So Tony Stewart moved her up, put her in the 10 car, really good equipment, and she did not produce. As a matter of fact, she wrecked about every race. Either she wrecked or was involved in another wreck, tore up a lot of equipment. And it's a product of being moved up too fast and not having enough experience in these cars. So Toni Breidinger, I'm cheering for her. I want her to do well. She needs this ride, and she needs the experience. She needs to be in this ride at least 3 years and then evaluate where she's at. Don't try to move her up too quickly because she brings all this exposure. Let her get her feet wet and everything will be fine. And Toni Breidinger released a statement saying, racing full-time with Tricon is a dream for me. It's been a 15-year process to get here, but I'm excited for this moment and ready to capitalize on it. I wouldn't have this opportunity if it wasn't for Toyota Racing, Raising Canes, Celsius, and Sunoco. I'm beyond grateful to have these partners and team in my corner to make the next step in my career. In other Craftsman Truck Series news, former Cup driver Daniel Hemric announced that he will be going to the Craftsman Truck Series. And this is from Bill and Alley Racing. They announced that Daniel Hemric will drive the number 19 Napa Chevrolet for 2025. Now, you may be asking why Hemric would drop down all the way to the Craftsman Truck Series after being a Cup Series driver. Well, Hemric said it himself, he wants to be competitive again. He wants to compete for championships. So this is his way of doing it. He's stepping back down to the Craftsman Truck Series, and there's been a lot of drivers that have made a career stepping down. Bobby Hamilton, after his Cup Series ride ended with Richard Petty, went down to the Truck Series and made a great career down there, won a few Craftsman Truck Series titles. Randy LaJoie, Corey LaJoie's dad, he made a living in the old Busch Series, which is the Xfinity Series now. Won championships down there, had a great career, had a great racing career. So, you know, this could be where Daniel Hemric wants to be. He could also be gearing himself to try to make it back to Cup, make it back to a better riding Cup, or this could be what he wants to do and go compete in the Craftsman Truck Series for championships. And lastly, last week we had the story of Chris Gabehart. He's leaving Denny Hamlin as the crew chief, going to the competition director at JGR. He'll be overseeing all 4 cars. That left a spot open. Chris Gayle comes over from the 54 car and Ty Gibbs. He will be Denny Hamlin's crew chief, and he spoke out about the opportunity that he has. It's absolutely a great honor and a great opportunity for me. It's just all come down last week when we knew that Chris Gabehart was moving to the competition director role. And it obviously opened up a position with the 11. And I think it really came down to who do we have, who can we get, and what makes our race team better overall. So Chris Gayle, obviously excited to be Denny Hamlin's crew chief. We'll see how the season goes for Denny, and we'll see if Chris Gabehart can get all the other cars up and running as he did with Denny this year. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like what I'm doing overall, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers. We're a small channel, but that's our first goal is 200 subscribers. The next one will be 500, but right now we're trying to get to 200. So if you could please hit that subscription and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And we will see you in the next video.